In a hidden African savanna village, the forgotten tribe faces crisis as their lush land withers and their connection to the spirit of the sky, Zuri, weaken. Young chieftain Kwame, the spirited sister Nia, and skilled hunter Tano embark on a perilous journey to restore this ancient bond. Guided by prophecies and an ancient artifact, they traverse dense forests and discover ancient ruins that reveal the path to the celestial realm. Through a sacred ritual, they rekindle their bond with Zuri, rejuvenate their land, and revive their tribe's traditions. Their success ensures the tribe's prosperity and secures their cultural legacy for future generations. The story. In the heart of the lush African savanna, shielded from the outside world, lay the hidden land of the forgotten tribe. The village was a spectacle of vibrant colors and intricate design. Traditional huts with colorful murals painted by skilled hands stood amidst a sea of green. Majestic baobab trees, their wide canopies providing shade and solace, dotted the landscape. Kwame, the young chieftain, stirred as the first light of dawn crept through the woven gaps in his hut. His lion's mane headdress lay beside him, a symbol of his leadership and the strength he was expected to embody. His sister, Nia, was already awake, her laughter echoing softly as she prepared for the day. She adorned herself in a skirt of vivid, geometric patterns, her earrings sparkling in the early light. Kwame stepped outside, greeted by the familiar sight of villagers going about their morning routine. The air was filled with the aroma of herbs and roasted grains. The tribe's attire was a blend of colorful beadwork, elaborate necklaces, and symbolic garments. It was a daily celebration of their culture and heritage. As Kwame walked towards the communal space, his best friend Tano, a skilled hunter, joined him. Tano was dressed in his usual tunic, decorated with animal motifs, a necklace of teeth and bones hanging around his neck. The two shared a knowing glance, a silent acknowledgement of the bond they shared and the responsibilities that lay ahead. But today was different. A sense of unease hung in the air, a subtle shift that even the seasoned Tano couldn't ignore. The once robust fields of crops were showing signs of distress. The once crystal-clear riverbeds were turning murky, and the animals seemed restless. In the heart of the village stood the hut of Amani, the tribe's revered elder and Kwame's grandmother. Her home was a sanctuary of wisdom, filled with scrolls, sacred artifacts, and the ancient tales of their ancestors. Her presence was commanding yet serene, her attire a testament to her status. A multi-layered skirt embroidered with intricate patterns, a staff adorned with ancestral symbols. Kwame and Nia approached Amani with concern etched on their faces. Amani was deep in thought, her gaze distant as if conversing with the spirits. As she saw them, she motioned for them to sit, her eyes reflecting both the weight of her years and the depth of her knowledge. "My children," Amani began, voice like a soft breeze through the trees, "the signs are clear. The land suffers because the bond with the spirit of the sky has been broken." Kwame and Nia exchanged worried glances. "But how do we restore this bond?" Kwame asked. Amani's gaze was heavy with the burden of ancient knowledge. "The spirit Zuri once protected our land with their celestial power, but the connection has weakened over time. To mend it, we must undertake a sacred journey to rediscover the lost traditions and reunite with Zuri." She handed Kwame an ancient scroll, its edges worn and delicate. The scroll depicted a celestial realm, a place of shimmering stars and ethereal lights. Prophecy was clear. Only through this journey could the tribe reclaim its harmony and prosperity. With the prophecy in hand, Kwame, Nia, and Tano prepared for their journey. The village gathered to offer their blessings, their faces a mixture of hope and apprehension. The trio set out, their path taking them through dense forests, across vast rivers, and over rugged mountains. The journey was arduous. The dense forest was a labyrinth of towering trees and thick undergrowth. They encountered exotic animals, majestic elephants, elusive leopards, and colorful birds. Each encounter tested their resolve and unity. One evening, as they camped by the river, Kwame reflected on their mission. Do you believe we can truly restore the bond with Zuri? He asked, his voice carrying the weight of his doubts. Nia, ever resourceful, replied, we must believe. Our tribe depends on us, and we carry the hope of our people. Tano nodded in agreement. And we are not alone. The spirits of our ancestors guide us. As they continued their journey, the challenges they faced only strengthened their resolve. Their bond grew stronger, their determination more focused. Path to the celestial realm seemed clearer with each step. After weeks of travel, the trio stumbled upon ancient ruins hidden deep in the forest. The ruins were overgrown with vines, their grandeur obscured by time. Carvings on the stone walls depicted scenes of the tribe's history, the celestial realm, and the spirit of the sky. Kwame carefully examined the carving. These tell the story of how the spirit once protected our land, he observed. There is something more. Nia traced the intricate patterns with her fingers. These symbols may hold the key to understanding what happened and how we can fix it. The ruins were filled with relics, ceremonial masks, ancient tools, and fragments of sacred scrolls. Among the relics, they found a hidden chamber with a pedestal holding a crystal orb. Orb emitted a soft celestial glow, a sign of its significance. Tano examined the orb and said, this must be an artifact connected to Zuri. It might be the key to restoring the bond. Kwame carefully lifted the orb, sensing its power and weight. We must take this with us. It might be the final piece of the puzzle. Guided by the orb, the trio finally reached the celestial realm. The transition from the earthly realm to the celestial was breathtaking. They emerged into a sky full of constellations and mystical lights, a place of ethereal beauty and profound silence. In the heart of this realm stood Zuri, the spirit of the sky. Zuri was a majestic figure with flowing, shimmering robes that seemed to blend with the starlit sky. The staff Zuri carried glowed with a celestial energy, casting a gentle light over the realm. Kwame, Nia, and Tano approached with reverence. Zuri's presence was both overwhelming and comforting, a reminder of the powerful connection they had lost. Spirit Zuri, Kwame began, his voice steady but filled with awe. We come to restore the bond between our people and the sky. We have the orb and the knowledge we have gained on our journey. How can we help? Zuri's voice was like a melody, resonating with the harmonies of the cosmos. The bond was broken by neglect and forgetfulness. To restore it, you must perform the ritual of restoration, a sacred ceremony that reaffirms our connection. Zuri guided them to a sacred altar, where they would perform the ritual. The celestial realm filled with a warm, radiant light as they began their preparation. The ritual of restoration was a deeply symbolic ceremony. It involved traditional dances, chants, and offerings made of sacred artifacts. The trio worked together, their movements in harmony with the rhythm of the celestial realm. Kwame held the orb aloft, its glow intensifying as the ritual progressed. Nia chanted ancient verses, her voice blending with the celestial music. Tano arranged offerings of sacred herbs and symbols around the altar. As the ritual reached its climax, Zuri's staff glowed brighter, and the celestial realm seemed to resonate with a powerful energy. The orb's light merged with the staff's glow, creating a dazzling display of colors and light. The land back in the village responded to the ritual. The fields began to green, the riverbeds flowed with clear water, and the animals returned. The once withered land now thrived with vitality and abundance. Kwame, Nia, and Tano felt a profound sense of accomplishment as the celestial realm and their village were restored. Zuri's presence was a reassuring reminder of the power of their traditions and the strength of their unity. With the bond restored and the celestial realm's blessings received, the trio began their journey home. The land seemed to welcome them back with open arms. The once barren fields were lush and green, the village vibrant with life and color. As they approached the village, they were greeted by cheers and celebrations. The tribe had been anxiously awaiting their return, and the sight of their rejuvenated land filled them with joy and relief. Kwame, Nia, and Tano were celebrated as heroes. The village erupted in music and dance, a celebration of their restored prosperity and the reaffirmation of their heritage. Traditional drummers played rhythms that resonated with the heartbeat of the land, and dancers performed graceful movements that told the story of their journey. Kwame stood with Nia and Tano, gazing out over the village. The land was alive with color. fields full of crops, and the river sparkling with clarity. The village's vibrant energy mirrored the rejuvenated spirit of the tribe. In the weeks following their return, the tribe's traditions were revitalized. Ceremonies, festivals, and teachings that had once been lost were now part of daily life. Kwame and Nia took on roles as leaders and keepers of the tribe's history, ensuring that the knowledge and customs were passed down to future generations. The village continued to thrive, a testament to the strength and unity of the forgotten tribe. The bond with the spirit of the sky was a symbol of their enduring connection to their heritage and the celestial realm. Kwame and Nia often stood together, overlooking the flourishing land, reflecting on their journey. The trials they faced had not only restored their land, but had also strengthened their bond with each other and their culture. As the sun set over the savannah, casting a warm glow over the village, Kwame felt a deep sense of fulfillment. The tribe's legacy was preserved, their traditions honored, and their future secured. The story of their journey would be told for generations, a reminder of the power of unity, belief, and the enduring spirit of the forgotten tribe.